there, this is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 20 Ultimate Team video. It is MUT Market Watch Saturday, so we got another episode for you guys and a bunch of different topics to go over, from everything regarding this Blitz promo to how you can turn some training into coin. Let's get on into it, and we're going to start by talking about the NFL 100 promo. We made a video earlier this afternoon going over the brand new cards that came out: Reggie White, Willie Lanier, Mean Joe Green. And one thing that I mentioned briefly in that video, but I wanted to start this week of Market Watch, is showing you guys how to kind of make some profit by flipping 84 overall NFL 100 cards. So it's very, very basic on what you want to do, and this one's going to be a little bit of tough because there's probably going to be a lot of people doing it for two reasons: to make profit and to complete these NFL 100 sets, which require 25 collectibles. But what you can do for the defense, at least for this weekend, is just literally sort by defense. If you do that and then go to quality, and we're going to go 84 to 85, and we're going to go program NFL 100 right here, we're going to stop. We're not going to filter down anymore. If we literally just leave ourselves sitting here, not touching anything, you're going to see these cards sell within a couple seconds, probably within the next 30 to 45 seconds. You can see at the top that it's about 18-19 minutes, so we're going to say these cards are basically selling in about 41 to 42 minutes. If we take, with a calculator, 28,250, I'm just going to honestly round up to, I think you could get away with about, I think you could get away with 28 and a half, right? Because there's a couple 250s and 350s, and then boom, it jumps to 28,990. So if I take a calculator and I say 28,500 minus 10% equals 25,650. So that is our target market, our target, not our target, but that's what we would get back after training for selling these at 28,500. I'm going to say let's try to make 500 coins on each of these. This is very similar to my flipping guide, my sniping guide that we put out. So I'm going to say 25,650 minus 500 equals 25,150. Could have did that in my head, but I want to use a calculator. So now we're going to target any card that we can find for 25,150. We're going to buy it immediately and then relist it for 28,850. I'm sorry, 28,500. Let me say that again because I stumbled. We're going to look for any card that we can find for 25,150 and relist it for 28,500. And we're just going to go through all the teams. There's 7 cards that came out on defense. Now, I would be very careful doing this with the running backs because those are old news. They're last week's cards, right? But we're going to go through all of the new cards that came out this week. And bam, look, we got a 23,500. We bought it easily. Remember, our goal is 25,150. We just got one for 23 and some change. We're going to go ahead and list it now, and we're going to put that target, or that selling, which was 28,500. Bada boom, bada bing. I actually pressed the wrong one, so let's do that. 28,500. And you're going to cycle through all the teams. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but look how easy this is right here. We're literally making 1,000 to 1,500 coins every time we buy one of these, especially at that rate of 23 and some change. And the good thing is that they don't take a full hour to sell. They do take about 40 minutes, which, you know, can get tedious. But you could sit on the auction house all Saturday and do this. Now, I would not recommend attempting to do this on a Friday night when these cards first come out, because everybody's trying to buy them. Everybody's trying to complete these sets, and it's like a crazy house trying to do them. Also, if you don't have a lot of coins, like if you are not cool with maybe losing coins or taking this risk, you might want to increase your profit margin. So instead of trying to make 500 coins every time, you might want to do a difference between 1,000 or 1.5, something that's going to make it worth it. You could also just go through all of these teams and say, you know what? I'm going to try to find cards under 20K. So it's, you know, even if these cards drop in value a little bit, you're still going to make a profit. You can certainly do that, whatever you're comfortable with your bankroll. But as I look at this, I mean, you know, it could be easy. Another thing that you might want to do is buy all of these cheap like I'm doing right now and just hang on to them till Monday. You could see these start to trend downward because of the Centennial pack that's coming out at midnight tonight. That's one thing to be careful, but a lot of different options, and you're going to be able to do this almost every week. The only difference is, you know, filtering out by defense isn't going to work next week because we're going to have all these cards plus all of the defensive backs and safeties and cornerbacks and stuff that come out. So at that point, you'll have to go over to the set. I'll show you what you would do next week. You would go specifically to whatever set we get. Again, it's going to be secondary. We'll just use this week's for example. And you would just pick one of these and just randomly search through here. And that's where you would find like the highest value, because you can't search by week 1, week 2, release 1, week 2, release 2. You can't search by that, so you'd have to do something like this. But as you can see, we did this, and there's still 28 and a half basically. So once our sell, we're probably just made through our 4K there very easily. It adds up. People ask me all the time, how do you get so many coins? I do things like this, very little things. I'm not a big fish hunter. I like the small little profits because they add up over time, and then you got a huge bankroll to work with. Then you can start making some more riskier investments or opening up some packs and hoping that it pays off and feeling a little better. So that's one suggestion to you. Another thing is, and I feel like I've been getting a little bit of slack about this, and it's kind of funny, and I guess I apologize for it. I, like many other YouTubers, content creators, streamers, whatever, people on the forums, MUT, Reddit, what's the word I'm looking for here? I can't think right now. I suggested to load up on some training for this promo. I was wrong. Everybody else who said it was wrong, and a few people in the comments section apparently are a little upset at me, and I apologize. I thought we would get training offers. I was wrong, so I understand the market is way down right now, right? Training is way down. So you might be wondering, how can I cut my loss? How can I turn my training into some profit, some coins? I'll tell you what I did. If you guys notice, and I put out videos every day, if you look back at videos yesterday, I had like 30, 32, 33, 34,000 worth of training. You see I now have 11K. I completed the Michael Irvin Master set last night. So I took 20K of the training that I had, and I built out Tom Brady, OBJ. I already had Ertz. I already had, who's the fifth or the fourth one? I already had Quentin Nelson. If you don't have any of the 76s overall, don't forget, you can always go back over to the Turkey Stuffer set, and you can get 8 of these again. It's going to cost you a little bit, and you'll have to factor that in your profit, because you're going to have to, put 6 gold cards in here. But you can get these Turkey Stuffers again, and basically, these master sets are repeatable. So if I wanted to do Michael Irvin and Night Train Lane sets again, I could. So I did Michael Irvin set, and I sold his card. I sold his power-up. I kept the Ertz. I kept the Quentin Nelson. Those were 2 cards that were already on my team. And then I quick sold OBJ, and I quick sold Tom Brady, and I got some training back from that. So it was a way for me to turn some training into coins. Now, is it a great conversion rate? Maybe not. I don't know. And I don't want to say panic sold my Irvin, but it might not be a bad idea to wait until Monday or Tuesday to sell that card. I just want to show you what I sold it for. I honestly don't remember because it was late last night. These are the cards that I bought, I think. My auctions. I think I might be looking in the... Yes, there it is. All right. We'll go by newest. I think I was looking at the cards I bought first. Are these the cards that I sold? Yes. So there is the Michael Irvin. I sold it for 389K. There's his power-up. There's the Devontae Parker that I pulled yesterday. I forgot to mention I pulled a Marquise Brown too. 2 limiteds in one day. I don't really count this one, but there's the Patrick Willis. So I had a pretty good day pulling cards. But that's one way you can turn your training into coins. And again, with those sets being repeatable, if you have the choice one over another, I'm going Night Train Lane because this card's a little bit more expensive. Or you could just use the cards. I mean, there's some pretty solid cards out there. If you didn't complete any of those sets, go for it. Also, you can just hang on to the training. It's not going anywhere. We're going to get to another promo eventually that's going to require training. And with Christmas coming up, with Ultimate Freeze coming up, I would not be surprised if at that point we see some training pack offers. I refuse to believe that we're going to go this whole year without some type of Blitz promo, Blitz store offers that have training packs like Platinum Player Packs, power-up passes. I think those were first introduced in the MUT Freeze or Ultimate Chill, whatever it's called. I think those were first introduced last year around that time. I think a lot of us, including myself, thought that that would come back for Blitz this year, and it did not, and that's why we were all wrong. And again, I apologize for leading you guys that way, but that was a risk that I'm willing to take, and it was just, I guess, information that I wanted to share with you guys. It's unfortunate that I was wrong, but there's definitely ways to recoup your losses there. And again, it's not going to burn a hole in your pocket. You can hang on to the training if you want. Save it for the future. Football Outsiders probably coming out next Sunday. Save it for those. We should see some decent cards. You might want to test your luck with that. You're going to have a nice bankroll of training to try that out. See if you can get maybe like a 92 kicker, 92 punter. I'm guessing those will be the top tier cards there. So let's move on to the next one. We talked about this kind of in detail in earlier video, but I'm going to talk about it again. The Centennial pack is coming out tonight at midnight for basically $20. You're guaranteed one of these NFL 100 Legends. I mentioned this again today because there's a lot of good cards out there, and I definitely think that these cards are going to tank in price. So if you're awake at midnight tonight, that's when you need to buy. I'm getting Reggie White. I think I've made the decision that I'm going with Willie Lanier over Ray Lewis. I'm probably going to get Mean Joe Green. All of those cards right now, if I take a look at the auction house, are likely selling for probably 700, maybe in the 600s at this point. Let's find out. Let's go back to the auction house. But I think with everybody waiting on this pack, some people probably still have their points, right? Because they loaded up on points to buy some of those other special offer packs. And because of all the glitches that the store had, they were unable to. People might just have points sitting there. You can see these are starting to actually go down in price. They were about 700, I believe, when I was checking this at lunchtime. So they're slowly creeping down. I would not be surprised if all of these cards are under 500K tonight. But you're going to want to buy immediately because it's only going to be about a 45-minute to 60-minute window on people listing their cards. People are going to then go to sleep. The weird auction house in the middle of the night thing is going to happen where you never know what to predict. Be on here at midnight if you want some of these cards. Do not buy these cards right now because they are going to be cheaper. I'm putting a Popular Stranger stamp of guaranteed that these cards right now, price right now versus after midnight, they will be cheaper because of the people opening them up, okay? So I'm going to be picking those up tonight. I'm probably going to open up one of the packs. I will probably drop that video tomorrow so you guys can see who I pulled and give you a pretty nice team update. And then the Redux pack. I was once of the belief that this would be a fantasy pack where you can pick whatever card you want. Thinking about it more and consulting with some of my mods on Twitch and whatnot, I think it's going to be a fantasy pack where they probably give you 3 choices and you get to pick one of the 3 because it's too good to be true for $10 that you're going to get any Redux you want. The Reduxes are dropping in price, but Dion's still like 800K or 600, 700K. Joe Thomas is still in the 500s, so I still believe that if you want any Redux cards right now, wait. I know the market's really low, but I would still wait because I think tomorrow night, I know a lot of people got school and work. I'm probably going to buy this pack and have to wait to open it until the morning because I'm not staying up past midnight, a night before work. Again, I've done that enough the last couple days. I think you're going to see a tank in Redux, just like you're going to see a tank in these Centennial cards, or the NFL 100 cards from the Centennial pack. It's going to happen with these Redux cards, so if you want Moss, if you want Joe Thomas, if you want Jadeveon Clowney, Aaron Donald, wait until Sunday night. You might have to set an alarm, or early Monday morning. You're going to see a lot of people trying to undercut each other and basically turn $10 into coin, and it's not a bad strategy. I'm probably going to open up both of these packs. If there's ever a time you're going to spend money in the game, these are kind of the situations. I don't spend a lot in this game, but when it's a deal like this, I feel like it's absolutely worth it. I want to encourage you guys to do it. I honestly, if you're not a content creator, you shouldn't really spend much money on this game at all, but when it comes to making videos and content, you're kind of recouping some of that money from, ad revenue and whatnot. It's a little easier to do in my position, but I really don't ever want to encourage you guys to spend money, but I will tell you guys when there's really good value, and the Centennial pack and these Redux packs are really good value. The rest of this stuff is crap. Don't do it. Don't waste your money Spend it on your mom or something. Like, buy somebody a nice Christmas gift. Buy yourself a nice gift. Something. But I'm really curious to see the pricing. 500K and more was Deion, Joe Thomas, Aaron Donald, George Kittle, Randy Moss. Let's see if those drop in price. The other ones that could be expensive, ones you would want to get if they're in your pack if you open it, Vic, Clowney, and Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck might not get another card this year, so that kind of stinks, but he is by far probably the most balanced quarterback in the game still at this point. I'm hoping I can get a Joe Thomas retrieve. I'm ready to upgrade my left tackle, so whether I pull that card or I get him off the auction house because people are going to be undercutting each other, it's going to be a great time to make some upgrades on the squad, guys, because prices are so low. Buy, like right now, except Redux and NFL 100 cards. Anything else you could buy right now? Team of the Week Master or Heroes are really cheap right now if you're looking for those. Buy anything you need to upgrade for your team right now. Hurry up, because prices are only going to go back up, except for NFL 100 cards and Redux cards. Because of these packs, those cards are going to go down in price over the next 48 hours. I think that's all we got. Again, tune in tonight. Twitch, we got drops from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much for all the support. You guys have been killing it. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.